Good morning, Darwin Oracle. I'm doing something a little bit different today. I'm doing a morning reading. I wanted to see if there would be a difference in intuition, in flow, and generally how I feel. And I must say, the first thing I noticed was I had a lot more difficulty in charging my cards and feeling that energy come through me into the cards while I shuffled. So I would be very interested to see how this reading unfolds in relation to the question. Now, the person has asked, will she attend Harvard University or any university? She hasn't applied, but do I see anything in her future that indicates any kind of further study? And on the very first instant of looking around, I don't see anything that relates to higher learning or higher education. I would have expected to see a major arcana, perhaps a high priestess, perhaps a fool, or most definitely a hierophant, which talks about important institutions like university. But what I see is something else. I see right now there's a lot of cups in this spread and some swords. So are you going through quite an emotional time in your relationship? Is there things that are holding you back from putting that application in? And what is that? While I was reading, a swords card fell out, and that is the Eight of Swords. What I find interesting about that, it's almost like you've resigned yourself to the fact that you won't be attending, or that you won't be going to university, or that you're in a situation, in a partnership with someone, and that partnership is what is stopping you from moving forward. So your current situation now, and I feel like there is a relationship involved, and that is what's stopping you from taking the next step, the relationship that you're currently in. The Nine of Cups reversed. So this is something that is about love, reciprocal love, children, birth, engagements, etc. But as the cup was reversed, all those energies are flowing out. I feel like the relationship that you're in, if you're in a relationship, you're not feeling the vibe anymore, that you want to move on from that situation. That relationship is stopping you from moving forward, especially if you want to pursue higher learning, whether it's at Harvard or any of the other institutions in America. But I feel like right now you're kind of feeling a bit stifled in the relationship that you're in, and that maybe things are a little bit rocky. So the obstacle, what is happening in your life that's sort of making you need to seek... I'm sorry, I'm just going to pull this out because I think I need just a little bit more space. Sorry, darling. Okay, so the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords is a card that's saying you can't take it anymore. You want to get out of the situation that you're in. It's causing too much stress, too much anxiety. You don't know what you have to do anymore. You feel like you're being pulled in every which direction, but not the direction that you want to go. And this is causing major dramas in your life, relationship-wise. It's stopping you from taking the next step. So this is what's impacting your life at this moment. And that's probably, as I was saying, the relationship that you're in, or that you have just been in, or maybe that you're even thinking of going into. But I think it's a relationship that is falling apart more than one that's coming into it. And there is confusion. You know, sometimes when you are in a relationship, you have to give up the things. Let me rephrase that. You don't have to give up the things, but many times you have to compromise on things. Maybe you're not willing to make that compromise, but it's causing great stress. So the unknown reason for asking the question is the King of Cups reversed. Someone who's an older father type figure in your life is playing a big part in making you think about your further study. is someone that is emotional. I feel like you are surrounded by people that play on your emotions a lot, and this person is someone that is encouraging you to go on and do further studies, but he's doing it in a way that might be guilting you slightly to make you feel like you have to go to the best university. Are there other options that you can do? Are there other universities that you can go to? Because I feel that if you put pressure on yourself to go to a certain place, if you don't achieve that, it can cause a lot of anxiety and stress. But this person, the King of Cups, is someone who's supporting you and wants you to further your education. The past is the Prince of Cups. So this, I feel, is the relationship. This, I feel, is the man in your life that's causing some anxiety now and perhaps that you want to move away from. They are someone that when they are in love, they are deeply in love. They're very creative. They're very passionate people. And I think that he is creative and he is passionate. I don't think he's treated you badly, but what is happening is you are feeling that you've got two pathways to go. And if you do want to continue education, the relationship is something that would have to be reduced, forfeited, or you need to have a break. But I feel like you truly, we're probably going to become engaged to this person, and it's causing great stress. But this influence from this father type figure is quite strong. I don't think he's been treating you badly, the Prince of Cups. It's the right way up. But the Prince of Cups can also be very manipulative, and you pull on emotional heartstrings just as the King of Cups can do. So the potential future is strength. It hasn't happened yet. We'll have to look at the final card to really get an understanding. But the potential future holds, would be requiring you to take heed and to be strong. The card strength is exactly as it means. There's no hidden meaning in that. It's about being strong. It's about holding your ground. It's about making decisions and sticking with those decisions and not letting all the emotions, etc., get in the way. So there's a period in the future where you are going to have to be strong. The next card, the immediate future, is another major arcana, and that is Judgment. You have made the decision already of what you want to do, and you need to go through with that and be judged on that. And that's probably where the Strength card comes into it. When you make that decision and you follow through, you need to remain strong. You have to remain unwavering, because people, and this is just a general perception based on studies, people don't always want you to be happy if it means they're not going to be happy. So Judgment is coming. The time is now. These people are rising up from under the earth. It's your time. It's like a flower it's come. It's your time to grow, to bloom, to be judged, to make the decisions that will affect your future. So if any of the cards indicate any possibility of going to university, this would be it. Because you need to make a choice between your current life now and the life that you want for yourself. And in order to get to that point, you need to be extremely strong. So that's quite a good card, number 20, for your future. Your future's up to you. But the cards are indicating that you've been thinking a lot about it and you do know what you need to do. So this is your unconsciousness. This is related to the third card. So you've got the King of Cups. Some kind of father figure, perhaps your father, a mentor, is really encouraging this idea that you need to go to university. But I think with the Princess of Wands reversed, you too are feeling that you would like to move on. You have got a lot of energy stored within you and a lot of you're a hard-working person. The Princess of Wands is an extremely nice person. I find that the Wands generally are the most stable of all the court card characters. They put in a lot of the work. They're the Wands card. It's the working card. You would be willing to put the card in. you've got an emotional and mental maturity that would see you do well in university setting. So if you did decide to apply to any university, obviously put Harvard in as your top choice. I've always aimed for the top, and if I haven't quite got there, it doesn't matter because I'm above where I started. So I would say apply at Harvard University, do it. You're in a mental, emotional capability right now that would see you be successful. The card's reversed, so you know it, but you probably don't believe that you're worthy or capable, but you truly are. The Princess of Wands is about moving forward quickly with energy, with desire, but also the trait of someone that is going to plod along and work hard and be consistent with that. So that's a really nice card to have, and I think the King of Cups sees so much potential in you. Do you see that potential in yourself at the moment? I'd like to see that one the right way up the next time I talk to you. So your surroundings is the Prince of Pentacles. Is there someone in your life that another influence that's making you think about going to university? Perhaps it's someone that himself has finished college or university. I'm really sorry, like sometimes being in different countries, we've got different terminologies. So I consider Harvard a university. I'm not sure if you would call it a college. But is there someone else that's got some form of higher learning that's influencing you and is in your surroundings now and encouraging you? Or can you see the benefit that him going on to further study has impacted on his life? Because obviously if you do any form of higher study, you're going to be in a much better financial position at the end of it. It's tough while you're going through it, of course, but this person here, someone close to you that's come out of a university environment, is also encouraging you, and he's in your ear, he's in your life right now. So that's a good role model to have. And that's it. You yourself will become a role model once you attend university. It doesn't matter which one it is, but you will then influence other people into wanting to take that leap. Your hopes and fears is the Nine of Wands. So you want to do it, but there is something holding you back, and that probably is, as I was talking about, an emotional relationship that you have with someone. You don't believe in your own ability. So the lion in the background is being held back by wands. You want to come out, but there's something there that's making you think, oh, I can't do it. It's going to be too difficult. Or you're putting up barriers yourself. But then at the front here, you're ready to go forth. So I would say anything that you do that's important, if you don't feel nervous, then you don't really want to do it. For those that have listened to my other readings, I work in the property game, buying and investing. And if I don't get physically sick in the stomach and think of all the negative things that could happen and not be really, really worried about the future based on that decision, then I'm not taking it seriously enough. So I think that you've definitely got doubts yourself, but you need to just know that once you get into the situation, whatever university you go to, all these fears that you've got will dissipate. So do it. I'm very quickly running out of battery, which is a little bit annoying. I forgot to charge the camera up. Finally, the Four of Swords. And this is you sitting down, writing a list and contemplating now. Your life is on two different pathways, and it's up to you to decide which pathway you would like to go down. Another tarot deck of cards has a picture of a crusader from, the 15th century lying in his coffin, basically, which is what crusaders would build before they went away to the crusades. And if they survived, they would come back and lie in their own coffin with swords above their heads to contemplate what their life is about. They could have died, but God allowed them to live. So they need to contemplate the future and appreciate what has come before, but also to think about the future. So you are definitely in a phase of thinking about what the future holds. But I think before you get to this point, you've got some important decisions to make in regards to what I feel is a relationship. And this feeling of guilt, maybe, of having to leave someone behind that you love. But that's a choice you make. Everyone's responsible for their own decisions. And you could choose to stay, or you could choose to move on. I'm just going to turn one more card to clarify what's the outcome. If you are strong and you do decide that you want to go ahead and do some further study, and all these fears behind you that you're worried about, will you be successful, won't you? The support that you've got from the Prince of Pentacles and the King of Cups, what would be another future outcome for you? It's reversed, so it's dependent on whether you go ahead and follow through with the application. But the Nine of Pentacles, and this is a fantastic card to have, because this is a card that represents a self-made woman who has got wealth through her own means, not reliant on other people. The success that you make from your course will be immense. You will become financially independent in your own right. And that's what education affords. Education will put you into a higher earning bracket, allowing you to be more independent. So the final card, to me, indicates that if you were to go ahead with further study, you are going to be better off in the end. Thank you.